What's up, fellow sports bettors? I know I've been gone for a while. Kind of just fell out of the routine of making videos. My apologies for that. I wanted to go ahead and start back up again since we are in full swing with sports. We got the NFL going into week 4. We've got college football. We're going to have college basketball soon, and professional basketball and hockey. We're going to have everything. We even have baseball right now for a brief time, so we got everything going pretty much, which is awesome. I wanted to go ahead and make a video to give you guys an update. So this is my calendar view for September so far. It's been a very good month. Since I've been doing this EV betting, if you're new to the channel, expected value betting is what it's called. I have seen nothing but green. August, I did end up to make a little bit of money. That was a bit of a rough month. I think I ended like 1% up. For September, it's 6.83%, so that's very good. I kind of noticed something interesting about this. So Sundays have been rough. This is NFL betting day, and Saturdays for college football have been balling. I've been making bank with college football, but pro football's been a little bit unkind to me, but that's okay. We're going to try to turn that around. Yesterday was exception to that. Monday Night Football was really good, went 9-5. There were 14 expected value bets, 13 of which were football, and one was baseball. So that worked out very well. We got 30% back in ROI. For those of you who do not know, I am a $10 better per unit. So when I make my bets, it's generally $10. Sometimes it'll be 15 or 20 if the promotion that I'm using, like the booster, is up to 20. It's kind of good to bet the max to take full advantage of that profit boost. I'm on Pikkit, so this is all from Pikkit. Pikkit is a free app that syncs your sports books and tracks your bets. I highly recommend if you're looking to get into this seriously that you have it, because you can guesstimate all you want about your wins and losses, but unless you see it in black and white in percentages and profits, then you don't really know what you're doing and how much you're making, so it's really important to track that. This is my handle to tail me. All my bets are public. There's no fee to follow or anything like that. And then all of the bets that I get are from Outlier, which is a paid-for tool. Some of the features are free, I think, but the ones that I use for EV are you have to pay for. It's well worth the money. If you buy a year at a time, it comes out to $40 a month. They give you invaluable insight. Even on bets that are not expected value, you can still understand patterns of players if you just look at their insights feature. They also have arbitrage betting for those of you interested in that, where you can bet both sides and make a profit based on discrepancies in the lines of opposing bets for sportsbooks. Great tool. I highly recommend checking it out. And since we're going through this, my recent days, I wanted to also show you the available profit boosters that are up there. There's not really too much going on today. I only have 8 bets for today, all baseball because there's no football today. Friday and Saturday and Sunday are really the best days for betting right now because college football is Saturday, and then pro football is Sunday, and then baseball is also on those days, so you get a lot of sports going on. But soon we're going to be into like the college, and college so far for me has been the most profitable. So I'm really excited about college basketball to come back because I think that's going to be really good. And I started out with $500 in my bankroll doing this EV thing, and I'm up to about 2,000. Like my profits are pretty slow because I bet very, very low, but the nice thing about betting low is most of the profit boosters are $10 max or 15, maybe 20. So if you bet low, you also get the max value out of those profit boosters because they're not going to give you $100 profit booster. They're going to give you like, $10, $15, $20 if they're feeling generous. Sometimes they just give you 5. So it's kind of good to be a low roller in that way because that's the max you're going to get anyway on a lot of those boosters. But I do plan on increasing my unit size pretty soon because I go based off the total bankroll I have. So betting $10 on a $2,000 bankroll is very conservative. I could definitely go up to 15 or 20, and I might do that soon. But when I decide to do that, I will let you guys know. For now, it's still 10 in general. There's occasions where it's a little higher, but for most of these bets that you're looking at for the recap, it's $10. And so I'll go ahead and get into the available profit boosters that I saw today. So for those of you who have Ballybet, there is a 25% live wager on the WNBA. It looks like this is a max of 50, if I'm reading that correctly. It's kind of small, but it has to be a live wager. So that's actually a pretty healthy booster for Ballybet. And then for DraftKings and FanDuel, respectively, this is DraftKings, this is FanDuel. Same game, but this one's a no sweat bet for DraftKings, so whatever you want to bet, you'll get it back if you lose. And then this one is a 50% booster. I believe DraftKings is a max of $20 for the no sweat, and FanDuel is a max of $10. But don't quote me on that because I looked at these a while ago. And just a reminder, the ideal combination that we look for as bettors is expected value plus trends. Because if you can find an expected value bet that is also hitting repeatedly, that's a good indicator that it's a pretty good bet. But really, if you have to pick one, expected value is what matters. And as long as it's within a reasonable range, I've covered this in previous videos, but a minus 150 to plus 150 range is a very good range. That's going to capture like the bulk of the realistic to hit, odds to place your bets. So make sure you're not doing easy bets that are like plus 800, because even if they're expected value, they're so unlikely to hit that it doesn't really matter. You need to definitely pick a reasonable range, which means you're going to make small profits, but it's long term. I've been doing this, like I said, every day since, well, I started it in May, but it wasn't the full month of May. So the full month it's been since June. So June, July, August, September's almost over. I haven't lost yet in a month. Like, I've always ended the month in the green. So I think that this definitely works. I think I've had enough bets to know that this works. Because I try to do, like, today is a low day, because there's not too many baseball games, and that's all that's on right now is baseball for today. But I have tried to do 20 bets a day at least. So if you figure 20 bets a day times 30 days a month is 600 bets a month. And I've been doing this will be 4 months. So that's 2,400 bets. I think that's a pretty good sample size to see that this works. So I highly recommend check out Outlier. Again, you can do a 7-day free trial. That's really not going to be enough as an expected value better to see that it works, because you could have a bad couple days and think, oh, well, this doesn't work. 7 days probably isn't going to be enough to prove that it works, but I would try it, see if you like it, and then definitely consider buying the year and get it now, because I don't know if they've raised their prices. I haven't checked because I've been a member, but this is really the best time because you're getting all the sports coming back online. Like, you have baseball until I think it's November. You have the college balls coming in. You got football already. You're going to have basketball shortly. You're going to have the NBA. Then you're going to have the NHL. And then you're going to have the NFL. So you got all these sports at one time, and you're going to have a ton of expected value to bet on. Like, you could probably make 50 bets a day if you wanted to, and I might consider doing that. I usually try to aim for like 30. 20 to 30 has been kind of my sweet spot, because it doesn't extract too much from my bankroll in one day, because that's the other thing, is bankroll management. So depending on how much money you have, if you'd rather do higher volume or higher bets, I kind of like to do higher volume. That's why I'm still on my $10 a bet to build it up. And then once I get it to a level I'm comfortable with, I'll increase my bet size. I might have to get it up to 5,000 before I do that, to where I feel like I want to bet 20 based on how much bankroll I have if I want to be betting 50 bets a day. And I know to people who are not gamblers, that sounds like you need to call a Gamblers Anonymous number. I understand. I'm not doing this based on hunches. I'm not doing this based on gut feelings. I'm not doing this based on impulse. This is very strategic betting. If I do not have a good expected value bet, which Outlier breaks all that down for you so you can see, I don't make the bet. There have been days where I haven't made any bets because either I didn't have enough volume to make bets, like it was like maybe only 7 or 8 bets. I mean, I did that today, but I'm also up for the month, so why not? But like, if it's not, if I don't feel good about it, if the expected value is pretty low, if it's only 5 bets that have it, I might just skip it, or I might just use the profit boosters, because you also have to remember with profit boosters, these are automatic EVs. This is 25% on the line. You're not going to get that at any other sportsbook better than any other. This is no sweat, so this is a free bet essentially, because you'll get it back if you lose it. And this is 50% boost. That's an automatic EV. You're not going to find a sportsbook with For example, if you took the money line for the Cowboys, which I don't know why you would because the Cowboys suck, but no offense to Cowboys fans. If you were to take the money line for the Cowboys, like, you're going to get a better price on that money line through FanDuel if your bet is $10 than you would at any other sports book because it's 50% on the line. No other sports book is going to give you 50% better odds. Even if FanDuel doesn't have the best odds at the base level, adding that booster is going to take you way above value for DraftKings, for Bally's, for MGM, for, bet whatever you're betting on. FanDuel's going to have that locked down if that's the bet you want to make. So the nice thing about those profit boosters is you don't even have to know what you're doing because everything is an expected value bet. Like I said, as long as you stay in that range of minus 150 to plus 150, my advice is take the favorite because the sports books know, because it's in their interest to know this, which team is more likely to win. That's how they have to set their lines. So they have the most sophisticated algorithms and simulation software. Your predictions are not going to outmatch them. These are billion-dollar industries. So use that to your advantage. If they say that the Cowboys are a minus 200 favorite, I know they're not that, but I'm just using it for example. That means that 66% of the time they're going to win. So I would take that bet and put a booster on it because they're telling you based on their simulations that they are usually going to win. So you might as well take the likely to hit bet and boost it because at the end of the day, you really want to win the money. Like, yeah, it's great that you get a really good payout on the Giants, but if the Giants aren't going to win the game, it doesn't really matter. So it's like you're trying to grab the best value you can and also hope that your bet hits. That's why I say the ideal combination is EV and trends, or you could even say EV and likelihood. Like, that's also good. So if it's a minus bet, it's more likely to hit than if it's a plus bet. That's just the fact. If it's a minus 115, that's a better chance to hit than a plus 105. Now you can, plus 105 is a reasonable bet to make because it's within that range. But I would suggest taking the more conservative bet and just boosting it. That's what I do on all of these. Like whatever the WNBA, well, whoever the favorite is, I'll take that and I'll boost that side. Because more times than not, the favorite's going to win. Not every time, but more times than not. And that's what you're playing for, is you're playing the odds. For those of you who are gamblers outside of sports betting, it's the same thing with blackjack. You don't know when you take a card if you're going to get a bust card, but that's not the point. You're playing basic strategy. You're playing the odds. You're maximizing your chances. It's not based on gut feelings. It's just strategically and mathematically, like, and probability wise, this is the best play to make at this time. You might not always be correct, but at least if you play consistently, the idea is that you're maximizing your chances to win in the long run, and that's what we're doing with this. It's not about short-term profits. It's about long-term gain. And I will go ahead and leave it there because I'm starting to ramble, but I just like to explain the why behind and how behind all this. If you're interested in expected value betting, please check out my prior videos. I talk about it more and kind of my introduction to it and why I think you should definitely give it a shot. This is how I bet now. I don't even bet any other way. Unless they give me, like a no sweat, I might look at insights for that because it would be good to kind of go with patterns. Like if a team is really good at covering the spread or a team is really good at hitting the over, that can kind of give you an idea of maybe what's more likely to hit. Because there's no booster in this. Or what you could do with a no sweat bet like this too is you could look at expected value for this game, the Cowboys and Giants, and put a no sweat bet on an expected value bet and use it for that. You can also do that if you want. That's up to you. These are kind of more, you can do what you want because they're boosters. Like, that's the nice thing about boosters, and you should be checking these every day because sportsbooks have these every day. They're new. Every sportsbook pretty much is going to give you a same game parlay boost or a parlay boost because that's how they make their money. I would recommend staying away from that. I would spend, maybe a quarter of your base unit size on those if you want to throw some down for fun. So like if you're a $20 better, $5 on parlays. If you're a $10 better, $2.50 on parlays. Because parlays are long shots. So the casinos want you, or sportsbooks want you to make those bets because that's where they make their money. Parlays are very difficult to hit. So expected value on those, like I wouldn't mess with parlays. I just do straight bets. That's all I do. So just a little, disclaimer about that. But anyways, wish you guys the best of luck. Looking forward to the Thursday night game. So glad we're back in football season. It's my favorite sport to watch. And betting on it makes it even more exciting. So wish you guys the best of luck. I will be coming back tomorrow. The next few days should be pretty light, but I'm also going to be done with school in 2 weeks, so I will have a lot more time to dedicate to this, and I wanted to get going with it because we're getting into the thick of the sports season across multiple sports. And Friday and Saturday and Sunday, I should have a lot of picks for you because we're going to have college football and professional football, so there should be a lot of value out there to talk about. But best of luck. Hope you guys enjoy great profits, and I will catch you tomorrow.